hold on a second.
Yeah.
I missed the bit at the beginning where you were talking about terrorism. Can you just do that little bit again for me?
Oh, well, yes. I mean, we live in a terrorist society. This is a terrorist state. Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert are constantly talking about it on Russia Today. This is a society that's built on terrorism. For God's sake, all this wealth that you enjoy is built on the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade. They killed 50 million people. For God's sakes, all you white fucks running around here with your cell phones and laptops, those were minerals mined in Africa, terrorizing people there, that we dump all of our rubbish right back on it, and that the people don't get any benefit. You got your diamonds that have blood dripping off of them. You drive around your cars that have blood dripping out of them. For God's sakes, what's wrong with you people? You are terrorists. I'm a terrorist. We're all terrorists. And guess what? The only way to get rid of terrorism is to negate the negation, as Hegel says, as Marx says, and that means that we've got to lop off the head of this terrorist system. We've got to lop off the head of it, but I don't think you guys want to. I think you guys like to be fucked in the ass with a glass bottle. That's why you voted for austerity. So let's just bend over a little bit more and just let them stick it in. Let them stick it in, because guess what? Guess what? It took the Greeks 5 years to vote for a radical left party. The Greeks are eating stones because they loved to be beaten in the ass. They voted over and over for austerity, and look what it's gotten them. And in 5 years, this country, you will all be eating stones because you love masochism. We all love it. We love it. So just bend over and enjoy that glass bottle in your ass called the terrorism of capitalism. Because the real terrorists are in the city of London and Wall Street. That's where the terrorists are at. Wall Street and the city of London. The terrorists, ISIS is not a terrorist organization. The violence of ISIS doesn't even match the violence of Wall Street and the city of London. That 7.6 million people a year just starved to death. That's more than Hitler killed. My God, Hitler would think that we're all a little bit too crazy, for fuck's sake. Hitler would think that we're irresponsible. In 100 years, I hope that our children will look back on us and say and see how terrible we were, that we stood by like good Germans and we let these Nazis rule the country. So that's what real terrorism's about. And if you want to get rid of that, you've got to get rid of the rich, you've got to get rid of financial terrorism, and you've got to get rid of your privilege, and you've got to put your cell phones down every once in a while and look in the mirror and look at your existence. And that's where it starts. Muslims did not kill a million people in Iraq. Muslims did not kill thousands in Afghanistan. Muslims did not bomb the only pharmaceutical company in Somalia and Sudan just to get back. No. This Islamophobic trend, the UKIP trend that supports the financial terrorists, those are the real terrorists. So if you want to talk about terrorism, yes, I'm a terrorist, but I'm a terrorist against the terrorists. So I say we should kill the bankers and execute them all in the city. First one, Mark Carney, and then perhaps the head of David Cameron should go rolling after that. But, you know, these are long-term strategic things that need to be planned out. You can't just go around talking willy-nilly about blowing up buses and things like that, because it doesn't do anything. We've got to attack the people at the top. There's a list of people. 80 people own as much wealth as a half of the world's population. This is the hit list. If you want to kill somebody, kill one of those people. That is the list. They influence all policy. Honey, this is a club, just like George Carlin said, and you ain't a part of it. You ain't a part of it. Your vote doesn't matter. You don't matter. Your life doesn't matter. None of this even matters. You don't even own your own life. For God's sake, you run around, you look like a bunch of zombies. Do you have any being? Do you have any purpose in your life? No, of course you don't. Because you live under the terrorist society of capitalism, where the only God is money. The only God is money. You know, Snoop Dogg was a great philosopher. He's a great philosopher. He said in Gin and Juice, Snoop Dogg says he's got his mind on his money and his money on his mind. And I said, I think Snoop needs to reformulate that. His mind,
Just shut the fuck up!
his mind is his money, and his money is his mind. And so here we have a consumer. Oh, he's got a MacBook Air and Starbucks, and he's got a great, like, oh, great, look. So we have a consumer terrorist.
Would love you. You're so
I think, are you a Tory?
You look so Tory.
Are you a Tory? Are you one of those tweaks for Cameron? Are you a member of the gay, the KKK, as a fellow gay person, I can call out your consumerism because I'm queer too. You have no intellect. You have no intellect. You just have money. The problem is that people have money but no intellect, and then the people who have intellect have no money. Anyways, on that note, I shall end my rant and go back to terrorizing society in other ways. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.